This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
I got something real heavy to lay on you, man.
Now that's what I need.
Please feel free to join us in the smoking section because we with all the smoke.
For God's sake, strap yourselves down!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. It's the smoking section. This is a chance where we get to air out some of our dirty laundry, how we feel about certain people, certain teams, certain organizations, and certain things. We kind of started that a little bit off tonight here when we were talking about the NFC, but I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to say what they want to say. As you know, the disclaimer, some of this may be sensitive. So if you got small children or people who are fearful of hearing the truth, you might not want them in the room right now. Since our girl, Megan Price, actually has something that she wants to say, I'm going to let her go first this evening. So Miss Megan Price, the floor is yours.
Mine is kind of directed at Alex, but I've been hearing a lot of talk in general about Dak getting hurt the first week against the Bucs. Now, I will say this is not a bash at the Buccaneers. They're Super Bowl champions, and they have an excellent defense. They've re-signed every single one of their starters. They're a great caliber team. But when someone has the type of injury like what Dak had, Teddy Bridgewater, there's all kinds of agendas out there that maybe that they won't be able to recover from that. And so that's already a concern. So instead of continuing to dig at him, why don't we just see what's going to happen? That's pretty much all I have to say. Let the man be. Let him play.
All right. Fair enough, Miss Megan Price. Since she called out Mr. Alex Fleming, I guess I'm going to let him go next. So, Mr. Fleming, I'm going to give you the floor, sir. The floor is yours.
Please read my article about the Saints and their delusional fans. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to stay in the state of Florida and deal with the delusional fans at Jacksonville. Bruh, did you see Tim Tebow's block? Did you see that block? That was a gift block. Yeah, I think a 13-year-old was more inspired to throw that block. A 13-year-old's not getting paid $920,000 with guaranteed money to throw that block. 13-year-old's not 10 years removed from the league after doing SEC gigs and MLB minor and Major League Baseball and doing graphic shoots and modeling shoots. When you take away an opportunity from a 53-man roster from a team that's supposed to be better because you ask for a favor from your homeboy former coach, that's fine. You should make the most of it. You didn't make the most of it. You came to camp looking like the Incredible Hulk, about a half a second slower, and you couldn't block you, me, Eric, Tyree, or even John Shear. It's pathetic. All of these Tebow fans, go back into your rocks. It feels like January 6th all over again. He was never going to make the team. If you looked at former NFL players and you saw their reaction, whether it be Ryan Clark or Marcus on Get Up, or a lot of the players that came on to First Take and others, they were disappointed. They were upset because this man's getting chance after chance, after chance, after chance. Have you seen his career at Denver? Yeah, that was garbage. One good game, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an overtime victory because Demaryius Thomas took it 80 yards. Can you name me another highlight? Yeah, no, you can't. You got a chance with the Patriots. You blew that. Then you had a chance with the Jets. Then you got gigs with ESPN, Fox, and other things. Then you went to MLB with the Mets. Now you want to come back 8 years later and take somebody's roster spot when you know damn well you don't deserve it? I'm glad you went away like the guy that had fake hair and orange paint on his body. Stay gone.
Wow. Okay. Mike Artenuto, you're up next, brother.
Oh, yes. Well, it is that time of year, obviously college football coming around. I'm going to vent a little bit about a discussion I had today because anybody that doesn't know, obviously, ASU is under some recruiting, alleged recruiting violations during COVID investigation, which there was a whistleblower / as the rest of us like to call him, a snitch that used to work there that was inside, and there's a lot of alleged stuff going back and forth. First of all, I know it's hard in this day and age to let anything play out. We see it at all levels. And yes, a lot of people hear a case, and if it's presented against somebody, obviously, that's in the public eye, we all feel that they're guilty right away before everything gets played out. First of all, let things get played out here at ASU. Secondly, again, you're always taught that line to kind of tote that line when you're young, not really being a tattletale. If somebody's doing something wrong, kind of alert somebody. Again, what's the difference? But at the same time, somebody that's bitter and scorned that didn't get a job, that's acting like a snitch instead of a whistleblower, cool. And I say this too, obviously being a Sun Devil homer, if they did anything wrong, fine. They definitely have to pay the price. I'm not one running away from it at any level. If you are convicted and if it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are guilty of what you did at any level, anything, seriousness all the way down to smaller stuff, then yes, there are consequences and they will have to take them. But for people to just say it's over and you shouldn't, another thing is, in the case of ASU, I want then every single program, every single Division I program, I want them under a microscope too, because if you're going to tell me only one school out of over 120 Division I schools had a violation, well, if you were an Eskimo, I could sell you ice if you believe that. I want everybody under a microscope then. And no, not just because there was a snitch at ASU, but because don't tell me that somebody didn't violate things and they just didn't get caught. Let things always play out. I know it's an old-fashioned saying, innocent until proven guilty. Let due process work. And when it does, and if it does, then pay your consequences if you're guilty. But if they're innocent, everybody please apologize to the person, entity, whatever that they attack. But of course, like Alex likes to say, and we like to say, they like to hide behind their computer. And of course, when they're wrong, they're not going to say it. Let things play out. And if somebody does get caught, again, let everybody be under a spotlight and let's see what's really going wrong.
All right. My man Ty Ray is still in the building, so I want to check in with him real quick. Ty, you got anything you want to say, sir?
Oh, no, I'm good. And I just want to say, Mike, stop trying to snitch on all the other programs, man. Dang.
So, typically when I'm on this show, I like to wear sports arena gear because I want to promote my brand and do what I do. However, every once in a while, every now and again, I have to go back into my roots. And the other side of me, the side that most people don't like, the Philadelphia Eagles side of me has to come out, especially when Cowboy fans like to call me or just say my team ain't what they're supposed to be. Now, listen, Mike is my brother, 12 years, going strong. I love him like no other, and he knows that. Mike knows at the end of the day, I'm going to run through a brick wall for him. You mess with Mike, you mess with me. Megan's my girl. You already know this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know the name Megan Price, get used to knowing that name because she's about to be bigger and better and blowing up. Everything that she's done in 1 year, please. But there is one particular Cowboy fan that I have to address because, see, he liked to duck and hide every once in a while. And then he want to throw little things out here and there, hoping that I ain't going to pick up on it. Now, see, I said this once and I'm going to say it again. The E in James E. Harris stands for Eagle. He a closet Eagle fan. He ain't going to tell you that, but he a closet Eagle fan. You can come on, say it again every Tuesday night with your Cowboys gear and talk about Cowboys going to this, Cowboys going to that. James, watch your lips. Because when you speak about my team, see, now I got to check you. See, I had to go back and look at some things. Now, James, here's what I'll say about the Dallas Cowboys. Not you per se, but that damn team that I can't stand, Dallas. You currently hold the record with our series. Since 2000, if you take the games that we have played, we are only up on the Dallas Cowboys by 3 games. That's it, from 2000 till down. But James, here's what you're forgetting. Y'all are only relevant because of Jerry Jones. That's the only reason that the Dallas Cowboys stay relevant year in and year out. If Jerry didn't have that beautiful playpen called Jerry World and that $1 billion, guess what? The Dallas Cowboys would be just as irrelevant as Alex Fleming thinks the Cleveland Browns are. But James, 5-12, that's what you're going to give us? Okay, that's fine. You give us 5-12. But make no mistake about it, my brother. September 27th is the first time we see your ass. And guess what? We come into Jerry World. Now, whether we win our first 2 games or we don't, we got Atlanta, we got San Francisco. I'll go out and say 1-1 because we're going to whoop up on Atlanta. We got some payback for them. San Francisco, y'all's defense might not be able to handle Jalen Hurts. I don't know this, but it's our home opener. So I got to think that we might actually pull out that W. But James, let me be very clear, my brother. If we are 0-2 coming to Dallas on Monday night, read my lips and look into my eyes when I tell you this. You are getting an ass whooping from start to finish. You remember 4th and 26? You remember 44-6? Hey, James, get ready. Because the 215 is coming to Jerry World. And I guarantee we will not lose Monday Night Football. Book it. I'm going to see you September 28th on Say What, Say It Again. I done cleared my schedule. I'm coming on the show. Ty just heard this right now. I'm coming on Say What, Say It Again Tuesday, September 28th. And James Eagle Harris, you better show your ass up.